Imagine a world where every woman has the tools to rise out of poverty, and every child the opportunity to be raised in a loving family. At Elevate Hope, this vision is becoming reality, one life at a time. Millions of women and children face exploitation, hunger, and lack of opportunity. Without education, skills, and housing, the cycle of poverty will continue. At Elevate Hope, we break the cycle of poverty by empowering women and children through education, housing, and life skills.
For over 20 years, High Andes, Peru, has cared for vulnerable women and children in Peru. But this story begins in Rwanda. There we met Alex, a young man who at only 7 years old survived the genocide, watching most of his family killed. His mother, though gravely injured, spent her final years teaching him one thing: forgiveness. Years later, during COVID, Alex began feeding starving street children. One rainy night, he found a 4-year-old boy named Ziziza alone and crying in the cold. With no food left, Alex did the only thing he could. He brought him home. Today, Naziza is thriving in school and dreams of becoming a general so he can protect the family who saved him. Since then, Alex and his wife have welcomed many more children into their home. A girl escaping traffickers, a boy beaten and left for dead, a child sick with malaria, even a family of 6 living under the bridge. Each one now has a safe place to call home. Alex's outlook is different from ours. When asked if he'd rather have $10 for food or for Naziza's kindergarten graduation, he answered, "We are always hungry and have no food, but we never get to graduate." Now we have the chance to walk alongside him by inviting you to become monthly sponsors to ensure each of these children can attend school, build a career, and rise as leaders in their community.
In Uganda, we met Michael, the director of a small orphanage and school. As a child, he was abandoned by his mother. He grew up hungry, uncertain, and longing for family. Out of that pain came a simple dream: to give other children what he never had: a safe place to live, a school to learn, and a home where they could thrive. For years, Michael did everything he could. He rented small plots to grow food. He built simple shelters where children could learn and sleep. But with 45 children in his care, he couldn't do it alone. He needed a permanent base, a home, and sustainable path for food, education, and hope. Now that dream is taking shape on 3.5 acres of land owned by Elevate Hope International in Uganda. It is here that Michael's dream is coming to life. On most of the land, crops are planted, feeding the children, reducing their dependence on other aid, and teaching farming and gardening skills. The remaining land is dedicated to building permanent homes and a school where children can learn, grow, and thrive. Already, Nearly 160 children have attended school in a temporary structure on that land. For Michael, this is more than providing food and shelter. It is about raising children in a nurturing environment where they are safe, loved, and prepared for a brighter future. Step by step, with Elevate Hope walking beside him, hope is rising. With homes that feel like family, classrooms that inspire learning, and farmland that nourishes and teaches life skills. And this is just the beginning. Michael once lived the life of an orphan. Now it is his mission to rewrite that story for others. With your monthly or one-time donation, Elevate Hope International will help rewrite those stories for children like Isaiah, Mary, Jeremiah, and countless others, giving them a life beyond survival, a life of hope, education, and future careers, guiding them to lead strong, self-sufficient lives.
Yes. Okay. Simon says stand up. Simon says sit down. Simon says stand up. Simon says sit down. Simon says stand up. Stop. Stop. You're supposed to be going up and down. Okay. Simon says sit down. Simon.
Together, we are building sustainable, self-sufficient futures.
Here's Mark in action with some Rotarians. Look at that, eh?
You can be part of the change. Join us. Give today and elevate hope for generations to come.
Other guys with shovels. All right, look at him go.
Shake, 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 shake.